Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be learning about light energy for class 8 Icse syllabus. This is the fourth part of this series. Kindly refer to the previous videos for better understanding. Before we start, let us look at what we'll be doing in today's video. We'll be learning about what happens when light falls on different mediums. We'll be learning about a prism and the refraction of light through a prism. We'll be learning about the dispersion of light. We'll be learning about the cause of dispersion. So first, let us see what happens when light falls on three mediums. So the three mediums we are taking here are a transparent object, translucent object and an opaque object. So first, when light falls on a transparent object, all the light rays get reflected. Now as you can see here, there is a torch and it's giving out light. Now this is a transparent object. So when light falls on the transparent object, all the light rays are getting reflected here. Next, when light falls on a translucent object. So when light falls on a translucent object, some get partially reflected. Now as you can see here, when all the light rays falls on the translucent object, all the rays do not get reflected, only a few. They pass partially or some partially get reflected. And finally, when light falls on an opaque object, no light gets reflected but a shadow is formed. So this is what happens when light falls on these three objects. I hope this is clear. Now, let us learn about a prism. What is a prism? A prism is a three-dimensional shape that has two bases that are parallel and the same size and shape. So basically a prism is a transparent medium that is bounded by 5 plane surfaces with a triangular cross section. As you can see here, this is triangular and the two parallel surfaces or the two opposite sides are parallel and identical triangles. The other three surfaces, as you can see, are rectangular. These three surfaces look almost rectangular and it has a triangular cross section. This is a prism. I hope this is clear. Now let us learn about refraction of light through a prism. Now in this diagram, let's take ABC is a prism. So a ray of light of one color falls on this side AB. The ray of light is PQ. Now this ray enters from rarer to denser and so it bends towards the normal and travels along QR. Now at the surface AC, QR enters from denser to rarer, so moves away from the normal. As you can see, it is bending away from the normal. And it travels along RS. So here this is the refracted ray and this will be the emergent ray. Now in this diagram, the incident ray is PQ, the refracted ray is QR and the emergent ray is RS, right? Now thus light ray bends to base of prism when passes through a prism. So when a light ray falls on a prism, the emergent ray will always bend towards the base of the prism. As you can see, if I extend this arrow, it is towards the base of the prism. This is always like that, right? And the angle of incidence will always be equal to the angle of emergence. I hope this is clear. Let us move on to dispersion of white light. What is dispersion of white light? So, before we understand this, there are a few terms that we need to understand. First, spectrum. What is a spectrum? Spectrum is the color band obtained on a screen on passing the white light through a prism. Now, when a white light passes through a glass prism, we get so many colors, right? We call it as vibgyor. So these colors, the band of all these colors obtained on a screen is called spectrum. So collectively we call all these colors as spectrum. Therefore, white light is a mixture of 7 colors. Now always remember, white light does not produce the 7 colors. Rather, it is a mixture of the 7 colors, right? It disperses to form the 7 colors. Now prism only separates the colors that exist in a white light. Prism does not produce a spectrum, or prism does not produce the 7 colors. It only helps in dispersion of the 7 colors. Now when white light falls here on the first surface of the prism, at this first surface, what happens is dispersion. But at the second surface, what happens is not dispersion, it's deviation. Right? The colors or the ray of light, they deviate because they are going from a denser to rarer medium. So they deviate, and that's how we can see a deviation at the second surface of the prism. So if white light is passed through a prism, it splits into 7 different colors. This separating or splitting of white light when passed through a glass prism, this is called as dispersion of light when it splits into 7 different colors. Now to remember these colors, we use the first letters in the other order, and we generally term it as vibgyor. I hope this is clear. Now let us learn about the cause of dispersion. Now the speed of all these colors that we obtain while dispersion of light is same in vacuum or air, but it is different in a transparent medium such as glass or water. Therefore, speed of light is same in air, but the speed of violet is minimum and the speed of red light is always maximum. Why does this happen? Because there is a difference in the speed of light. So when we pass light through a prism, red light has the highest speed or wavelength, and violet light has minimum speed or wavelength. But it is speed is inversely proportional to refractive index. So while the speed of red light is more, it has the least refractive index, and it's the same vice versa for violet light as well. Refractive index therefore is maximum for violet and minimum for red. Therefore, when white light passes in a prism, the white light splits into 7 colors in the first surface of the prism. These colors separate further on refraction at the second surface of the prism. So they only separate or deviate. They do not, or refraction happens, but they do not get dispersed again at the second surface. Now dispersion happens due to difference in speed of colors in different media. That's why dispersion occurs while passing through a prism. I hope this is clear. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have understood. Thank you so much. Let us meet again in another educational video. Thank you and happy learning.